Good morning students. Up to the last lecture we are studied the point electronic configuration. Okay. So there are we see that structure of atom. Okay. Suppose this is nucleus and these two are the what? Shells. Okay. So in that shell what happen? All the electrons are present. Okay, whatever the electron this atom has, that all electrons are present in this shell. Okay, and this nucleus we know proton and neutrons are present inside the nucleus, and whatever the negatively charged electron that particular atom has, that all electrons are present or they are present in these shells in circular path which are around this nucleus. Okay, so up to now that much part we are studied. Okay, now we start point electronic configuration. I again shortly revise this topic. This is very important topic. Okay, up to the 12th standard and up to higher studies you will be find this topic. Okay, so it is important, so bear it in your mind carefully. Okay, so look at electronic configuration. Okay, we generally say that all electrons are revolve around the nucleus in circular that shells. Okay, but if we see their arrangement, okay, so actually we see that much space is in between this nucleus and this outermost shell. Okay, but that electrons are revolve around the nucleus, but they are not revolve actually randomly. Okay, so there is somewhat systematic, we can see that rules, according to that they are move. Okay, so actually electrons are not move in this vacant space. Okay, so between these two shells this is somewhat vacant space. Okay, space is there. Okay, so electrons will not form there. Okay, so either electrons will be here or here. So there is somewhat systematic order, according to that these all electrons in any atom that revolves. Okay, so certain rules are there. Okay, so there are we see, we give names to the shells. What? For the first shell from nucleus we called it K shell. Okay, then second shell we called it L shell, then third shell M shell, fourth shell N shell, and such a way that. Okay, so from K we have to start from first shell from nucleus and give it name K, then second shell L, M, N, O, P, Q, such a way that we have to give the name to the shells according to alphabetical order starting from K. Okay, so there are also we see one formula. Okay, so that is the 2n square. Okay, 2n square is the formula that we generally use to calculate the maximum capacity of particular shell. Okay, means how much maximum number of electron can be stay in one orbit. Okay, so generally according to the atom, okay, how many electron it has, on that basis how much we can say that shells are there, that we define. Okay, so look at 2n square is the formula to calculate maximum number of electron in a given particular shell. Okay, so we see that for the first shell here n is equal to 1, so 2 into 1 square, 2 is the maximum capacity of first shell. Okay, then there are we see second shell, 2, n is how much? 2 for second shell, 4 into 2 8, so 8 is the maximum capacity of second shell. Third, 2 into 3 square, so it will be 18 electrons are there. Then 2 into 4 square, 32. Okay, so according to, by using this formula, what? 2n square. Okay, this is the formula which gives us the maximum number of electron which are present in particular shell. Okay, so that number is fixed. more than one electron is also not stay in that given shell. Okay, this is the maximum capacity. Maximum capacity of a given particular shell is given by this formula 2n square, and that much maximum electron can be stay there. Okay, further more electrons cannot stay there. Okay, that we have to clearly understood. Okay, so now also we have studied the electronic configuration. Okay, suppose we take example of chlorine. Okay, we see chlorine has 17 electrons in its atom. Okay, 17 electrons are present in chlorine's atom. Now how that electrons are arranged according to shell wise, that we have to see. Okay, this is the nucleus. Okay, from first shell, from the nucleus, look at K shell. Okay, so first two electron we draw here atomic structure of chlorine. Okay, so this is our nucleus. Now this is the first shell. Okay, we know maximum capacity of K shell, that is the first shell, home 2 electrons. So this one electron and this one electron. Okay, so now first shell is fulfilled. Okay, maximum capacity is done here, so that much 2 electrons are present in K, that is the first shell. Okay, so now second shell, look at, suppose this is the second shell. Now how much maximum capacity of second shell, that is the 8. So look at this 8 electron. Okay, so these are the 8 electrons are present in a second shell. Now maximum 8 electron can be stay in the second shell. Okay, now to look at in K shell how much electrons are present, 2 shell. In L shell how much electrons are present, 8. Now chlorine total has 17 electrons, so 8 and 2 10. So now still 7 electrons are remain. Now 7 electrons are go to the next shell. Look at as like this. So now 7 electrons are will remain, 1 2 3 4 5 6 and 7. Okay, so now first K shell 2 electrons are there, then L shell 8 electrons are there, and M shell 7 electrons are there. If we add this number, okay, then that will be equal to 70. Look at chlorine's electron given are how much, 17. So this is the electronic configuration of chlorine, 2 8 7. As like that in numbers you have to write electronic configuration of any element. Okay, look at as like that. Okay, now we see another one example. Okay, we take example of neon. Okay, neon which having 10 electron in its atomic structure. Look at, suppose we draw the atomic structure of neon now. Okay, look at, this is the nucleus. Okay, proton and neutron are present in this nucleus. Now electrons we know are revolve around the nucleus in particular shells. Now first shell from nucleus, we called it which shell, K shell. Okay, we know maximum capacity of K shell is how much, 2. So okay, 2 electrons are present in its outermost, okay, first shell. Which shell, first shell. Okay, this is the K shell. Now the remaining electron, okay, it has total 10 electrons, 2 are present in first shell. So how much electrons are remain now, 8 electrons. So these 8 electrons are present in the next shells. Look at how. So this is the next shell. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. Look at that. So such a way that these 8 electrons are present in the second stage. So now this is the 2 and this is the 8. If we add 2 8, then it will be equal to 10. Okay, and neon has total 10 electron. So this is the electronic configuration of neon, 2 8. Okay, so such a way that if in examination they give you a one element, any element they can give you. Okay, suppose they will give you carbon 6, write down its electronic configuration. Okay, so you may have to write that magnesium 12, it has 12 electrons in its outermost shell. So there you have to write the electronic configuration of that given element such a way. Okay, only you have to remember what we have to start arranging electron from first shell, that is the K shell. Okay, and we know in first K shell how much maximum electrons are there? 2 electrons. In L shell 8 electrons and M shell 18 electrons. So according to that we have to start from K shell. First 2 electrons are present in K shell, then remaining electrons are goes into the second shell. If 8 electron is full, then some electron remain, then they will go to the next M shell. Okay, so such a way that you have to write the electronic configuration of any element if asked in examination according to this way. Okay, can you do it? So magnesium 12 and carbon 6, you people have to write electronic configuration along this diagram. Okay, if you once you able to draw this diagram now, then it will be very easy to understand it. Okay, we have to start from this first shell. We have to put 2 electrons in this first shell. Then we have to see how much electrons are remain. Look at maximum capacity here. First shell maximum 2 electrons, second shell maximum 8 electrons, third shell maximum 18 electrons. So such a way that we have to just arrange the given electrons in that particular shells. Just we have to remember this number of maximum capacity of each and every shell. Okay, so I think you people have understood it well, and now you have to write electronic configuration for carbon 6 and magnesium 12. Okay, so now it is homework for you today. Okay, okay, now next topic we have to see, that is the valency. Okay, so up to now we have studied about the atomic structure. Okay, nucleus, these two are the shells. Okay, so look at nucleus, this is the first shell and this is the last shell. Okay, because after this shell no shells are present in the atomic structure of this element. Okay, so here look at the electrons which are present. Okay, we know in first shell there are only 2 electrons. Okay, now suppose this is the K shell and this is the L shell. Okay, K shell and L shell. So this atom has 2 shells, K shell and L shell. Here we see first 2 electrons are present in K shell and remaining 4 electrons are present in L shell. Okay, so look at here, L is the outermost shell. Okay, in this atomic structure L is outermost shell. Okay, and look at 4 electrons are present in the outermost shell of this atom. Okay, how many electrons? Look at 1 2 3 4. Okay, so these 4 electrons are present in the outermost shell. Okay, look at this outermost shell of any atom. Okay, this outermost shell of any atom is also called valence shell. We shell valence shell. Okay, the outermost shell of every atom is called valence shell. Okay, what? The outermost shell is also called valence shell. Okay, and the electron which are present in this outermost shell or valence shell is called valence electron. Look at, first of all, we know this is the atomic structure of carbon, okay, because 6 electrons are there. So if we see, there are K and L shells are there only, because first 2 electrons are present in K shell and the remaining 4 electrons are present in L shell. So only 2 shells are there in the given atom. Look at this outermost shell means L shell, okay. This outermost shell is also called valence shell. Which shell? Valence shell. And the electrons which are present in the valence shell, okay, electrons which are present in the valence shell, that electrons are also called valence electrons. What? Valence electron. Look at, we have to see topic valency. Valence electron and valency are total different concept, okay. Valence is total different concept from this valence electrons, okay. So just I tell you the some, we can say, terms, okay, for which electrons what we call, okay, for the outermost shell that called valence shell, and the electrons which are present in the valence shell means outermost shell are called valence electrons. Look at, so you have to remember these 3 terms, okay. Outermost shell means what? Valence shell. Outermost shell is also called as a valence shell, and the electrons which are present in the valence shell or outermost shell is called valence electron. Is called valence electron. So look at, valence electron is a different concept and valency is different concept, okay. This is a total different concept, okay. So that we have to see. I just tell you the some terms over here, okay. So we know one thing we have studied up to now, okay. We know this is the outermost shell, it also called valence shell, and the electron which are present in the valence shell is also called valence electrons. Which electrons? Valence electrons, okay. So that much terms you have to remember up to now, okay. So we know, I think this topic valency we will see tomorrow, okay, because it will be take one full lecture to explain all the terms, okay, because it is somewhat important topic. So now remember, up to now we have studied in this chapter, that is the atom, okay. What is atom? Different theories of atom. Then Rutherford's alpha scattering experiment, okay. Then there are, we study the proton, neutron and electrons, okay. Then we have studied the arrangement, their arrangement, okay. Electrons are revolve around the nucleus in different shape. How? Also we have studied the electronic configuration of an element, okay. So that is important point, electronic configuration, that always you have to remember. That is why I again repeat it, okay. This is very important topic you will find generally in chemistry up to 12th standard, okay. Near about each chapter electronic configuration is there, okay. So that is a very important point, that also you have to remember. Now we have studied these some terms regarding to valency, okay. Outermost shell, that also called valence shell, and the electrons which are present in the outermost, that is the valence shell, are also called valence electrons, okay. So now from tomorrow we have to start what? The valency. What is meaning of valency, okay, because valence electron and valency are total different concept, okay. Some rules there are, according to that we can find out valency of given element, okay. So now for today I give you some example, okay. So look at, you don't have to see in your book now, okay, you have to try it on. Look at, helium 2, you have to draw atom, you have to write atom electronic configuration of this given element. Then oxygen, which having 8 electrons, okay. Then chlorine, which having 17 electrons, okay. So these 3 examples it have for you homework, okay. So try it home and please honestly try it, because it is important. If you have any queries in this topic, okay, so then please ask me, because this is important topic. Now from tomorrow we will start next topic, that is the valency. Thank you.